Hi, good morning, Saturday. Welcome to the Jimmy Pipes Network. I'm Jimmy, and Phil's back for another installment. Share the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you like it. Please comment if you have anything to say. Even if it's like not positive, it's something else or complain. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm looking for honesty. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Me and Philly here, we're going to talk reality. We specialize. The reason why me and Phil do this is about the fourth one now. Or?
Yeah.
We do this because of the fentanyl problem. Okay, which is beyond big. It's beyond huge, and we've covered a lot of ground already. And there'll never be enough ground we could cover to make enough of a difference where it really matters. But we wanted to talk about that too. So, what we agree on so far, Phil? I'll ask you as we go.
Okay.
All right, so. Let's say we close the southern border somehow. We rally 10 million members on the Jimmy Pipes network, and we convince Sleepy Joe to shut the border tomorrow morning. Is that going to stop drugs?
Most likely, no. Of course not. No,
All right.
Of course not.
That's not going to stop drugs. All right, so that's one thing. So why would we bother to shut the border? Well, I think me and Phil also agree that if we did somehow convince our president and the government to do that, the only ones I think that could, maybe aside from the governor of Texas or something, but if we could, it would the rates of death, poison, overdose, all combined would sharply drop. So that would save thousands upon thousands upon thousands of lives, which is why we still would be willing to do it, right? So we're not wasting our time trying to lobby for that.
Sure. I mean, I think any way we bring awareness, even if it's just one person to, just to get into the habit of knowing that the fact is, experimentation can lead to death. That's, it's unnecessary.
Okay.
I mean, it's you got to get into something else, get into sports or some kind of recreation. There's a lot of fun to have out there. You just, during my teenage years, I was into pills and this and that, but you go out there and get a pill today, and people trust in the form of a pill, and they think, oh, this looks like it. It feels like it. Then that's it, going to be it. And then a lot of times, like you said in your previous video, that somebody died from Xanax, and
Right.
This stuff is happening, way too often. And,
Right. So
and the only thing we can do to combat it is, my thoughts are, would be to just to have the naloxone available.
Correct. We're going to move to that in a moment. He's 100% right. And before we get to that, which is the next thing, is what else do we agree on? We agree, all right, everybody agrees that China makes this. China makes fentanyl, right? It's just me talking. I think Phil does agree that we don't need this medication. We never did. Just like we didn't need Oxycontin. Remember that epidemic? That epidemic killed two of my brothers, by the way. We never needed that. Why is it there? Money. Anyway, fentanyl's here. Why is it made so small, so addictive, so concentrated, so addictive, so powerful? I think it's made to kill. That's what I believe. And if it doesn't kill you, it's going to make you so addictive, you want to be dead. So look, it's like this. We don't need it. We never did. So it's almost like China's making it. I don't know how much money they're making, Phil, but we don't need it. Why is it there? Why is it there? It's killing us. Okay, so the naloxone. Let's move to that now. The best way to fight this, and we think, me and Phil spoke about this, is if we give this. I know we need training. I'm stockpiling it as we speak. I'm going to all the training facilities. I've been to like 6 of them already. I support all of those. I'll announce the other ones as I get them. We're working on a big one for Bayshore where the mobile unit's going to come. Once I organize that with my friend Rick in Bayshore, we got a big property there. We're going to get, I say to myself, we'll get 1,000 people. That'll probably be 20, which is also good. And that's the other thing before we move to the naloxone. I understand that not everyone is going to share my video today, even though it will save lives as we get this message out. Other things are going to be more shareable, like bikinis and, just stupid shit on TikTok that makes us laugh. I know we're going to share that 1,000 times today. This video will get shared 4 times, which is actually great. I understand some of my videos have been shared as much as 10 times, Phil.
And with the fentanyl originated in China, I believe, and then And what happened was it was prescribed for chronic pain and mostly oncology, cancer, reasons. But at one point it was overprescribed. There was a lot of fraud involved. One pharmaceutical company got sued, millions of dollars. And later we came out with Narcan. So
The evolution, right? So, in your opinion, and I agree with you, we already spoke about this. It's being given out now. You got to get training, and even the pharmacies, sometimes insurance will even cover it, but you have to have the training. Do you think it should just be given out much more liberally to anyone, since it can't hurt you if it's administered? Correct? What do you think?
yeah, I mean, I don't see the danger of it. I'm not sure. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, what are the adverse reactions to?
Well, you can't get high off it.
Right.
Okay? And if you give it to someone who's not having an opiate overdose, which is what it's for, I'm pretty sure that's all it's for, anything opiate-related overdose. Like if they overdosed on crystal meth, it's not going to hurt them. It's just not going to wake them up.
Well, yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to think anyone. Yeah, I don't want to waste any. I don't want to, make sure I'm aware of people's time, and I want to make sure I optimize. When I speak about this topic. If there's anything to be done that's within our power, I guess it's to have these discussions, right? I mean, when you're sitting at the DMV and you're waiting for the registration or the inspection to go through, why not on the bench there? Why don't they have a video, and then a short quiz afterwards and see if you retain the knowledge on how to administer the drug. And then when you go up to get your registration, they hand you the packet of naloxone as well to have in your glove compartment.
While you're on a long line. Interesting.
Yeah,
what
like
about
this,
when you're at the Stop and Shop trying to wait for that for 45 minutes to get bologna?
All these things, people, I mean, as I see it around here, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, people are on the social media and the TikTok. I mean, if we could just take a little bit of that time and invest it into into learning, how to administer this medication, it could potentially save a lot of lives, and that's a good motivation. It's a good discussion to have.
Good ideas, all of them, Phil. I'm going to push every one of them, and I know you are too. And our next case is going to be, why are we doing this if it's not making that type of a difference? Well, it's simple. How much is one life worth to you, Phil?
Well, that's the thing we spoke about yesterday on the phone, and you know what? Years of effort. One life is worth. I mean, it's a lot of beautiful people. Young teenagers. I mean, with their whole life ahead of them. I mean, it's got cut short just because of experimentation. These games. Obviously, drugs are a problem in itself, but with this introduction of fentanyl, people have got to understand that you do it once, you could be dead, and it's not a deterrent. It's not just me saying it because I don't want to, because obviously I don't want to see anybody fail or see anybody go through hardship. So yeah, of course you want to try to deter them, but I'm not lying. I mean, it's an honest to God, it's a sad truth that a lot of people are being cut short and dying, because of this. And because of, like you mentioned, the OxyContins, the 30 milligram, the Roxasets, the blue,
almost killed me too.
Yeah, people call them blues, whatever. I was just looking at on the internet. I was just looking at the diagrams that showing, a display of the fake ones versus the real ones. The fake pressed ones versus the real ones. All they do is sprinkle a little bit of fentanyl. There's 3 grains of salt is the amount of this chemical fentanyl that could kill somebody. We don't have chemists that are making these mixtures up.
They didn't have to make it that concentrated. This feels deliberate to me. That's all. Honesty is why we're here. We're trying. Listen, this is how it is, and we've been on the street, me and Phil. And Narcan saves lives. Okay. Right now, it's our best defense against this. Not even word of mouth. If we all had that, it would save hundreds of lives this month. Hundreds upon thousands this year, upon thousands. If we all had that. Why is that so? I mean, we can't get that done? We can't lobby to have that done? Oh, it'll never get done. The only reason it won't get done is because my subscribers and everyone else does nothing. Because me and Phil are doing it right now. Okay, we're going to continue to do it. We're going to try and push it. I want Narcan to be distributed liberally. You don't need training. You don't need training for Narcan. Shove it in someone's nose and press the button.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
And the thing is like you said, the opioid receptors in your brain. The opiate will hang on to those receptors, and what happens is the signal goes to your body. Your respiratory system will slow down. You will eventually stop breathing. your lips turn blue, your fingernails turn. It's it's a terrifying thing. And on the only thing you can possibly think of in order to knock those opioids off the receptors is the swift use of the Narcan. I don't know of any other solution besides abstinence, besides just staying away from it, which is also a great message.
And which is 100% truth. Adding to that, and the reason that is because no matter what we do, no matter how many borders we close, no matter how many lawsuits we file, or people we throw in jail, dealers, there's always going to be a demand for opiates and every other drug. So it's always going to be there. So there's always going to be someone like the cartels and whoever else, God knows, China, whatever country, it's going to keep coming in one way or the other. The amounts will vary based on the politics and everything else, like the border. But because of that, our best defense after the fact, but it is what it is, we need to be able to resuscitate these people.
Right. I mean, yeah, and I think there just has to be a little bit of an incentive, or more of a convenience factor, in order for people to, attain this miracle drug that saves lives, for sure.
Okay.
And like you said, yeah, I mean, it's very easily acquired now. The fentanyl. I mean, you go online. I don't want to pique curiosity, but yeah, I mean, it's a situation where they ask you how much, and you transfer the cryptocurrency. It's just so if we can,
it's easier to get fentanyl than it is Narcan.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
That's interesting.
It's not quite, but like if that's a fact,
you don't have to go to get training to get fentanyl.
Right.
Someone will sell it to you today.
Yeah, if that's exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. You can't get it liberally like you can fentanyl. Just for the asking and a $20 bill. So it's like, you know what? Until that it's going to be a terrible unbalance. Okay? There's no reason we have to wait for paramedics to try and resuscitate our loved ones. There's just none. We should have it, all of us, in all our homes. Because you never know when someone's going to do something, and make a bad decision and take something off the street, and it's gonna kill them. Okay? And it really doesn't have to be that. Not with everyone. And we're still going to take losses today, tomorrow, next month. Me and Phil aren't going to be able to solve the problem on our own, but maybe, just maybe, someone who's listening wants to turn it around, and now they won't be in harm's way, and maybe they could live a life of meaning, where they could be productive and maybe even make a difference in this world, like me and Phil are trying to do.
Absolutely.
Which is the flip side to the whole thing. If we're on something, you can literally call the Pipes Network. Guys like Phil work with me, and there are others to be able to help you get past all this. It's not the most popular. I'm not going to flash my biceps or my new teeth or anything. Or, I know it's summertime. You guys want to see me in a bathing suit. I know. Believe me, I know. But that's not what, gets it. Listen, we try to answer some of the hard questions and make some of the tougher, maybe the toughest decisions a man could face on here. And maybe that's why my video only gets shared a few times. But you know what? It's the right thing to do. Still.
No.
Yeah, no, man, they want to see it. I do.
No. I love the energy, Jimmy. Yeah, the handsome guy. Yeah.
Too much.
No.
Right.
I love it. It's great. Great energy, and you want to help. We're being productive, but we have to get organized, and we have to figure out what's the best way, to package this and figure out how to hand deliver, the message along with, this substance of the packages of Narcan. I think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing that you're
Good.
doing.
I think it's a great thing that you've been on a bunch of times now, and if I'm correct, and I'm going to put you on the spot here, I believe you made a commitment to do these continually, at least once a month, you said.
Yeah, I mean, we need to make some benchmark, goals and make sure
Was that you wanted 200 a video? Or was that someone else's? All right, till next time, man. We're going to get better, and we're going to come up with more improved, more refined, better stuff that has to do with this nightmare that's facing us. That's upon nightmares. And after nightmare, but we're going to face it head on, me and Phil, today, tomorrow, and the next day. And until next time, be careful tonight. Don't do anything dumb. There's no need. Life could be pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. I'm all about fun, but we got to find different ways. You know what I mean?
Different ways.
Absolutely.
Till next time.
Thank you.
Peace.